welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'll be taking you through the process of making this mind-blowing masterpiece by Precious Apparel. So it's a sculptured corset with a scissors neckline. So without wasting much time, let's dive into the tutorials. Alright, to start with, you need to input some of your basic measurements, and I've already done mine. This is my bust point line, this is my shoulder line, this is my under bust point, this is my waistline. Then from my waistline I added 4 inches to it for the basque. You can add more than that, you can add 5 inches, you can add less than maybe 3 inches. It all depends on how curvy you want your outfit to look. So from the shoulder line, I'm going to get the midpoint of my shoulder. That's my shoulder divided by 2, and I have 7.5 inches. Then for my neck, I'm using neck width of 3 inches and 3 inches down here. So I'm going to make a curve to connect these points together. So once I'm done getting my neck width, the next thing I'm going to do is to get my shoulder slope. And to do that, I'm going from this shoulder line, I'm coming down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. Then I'm going to go ahead and connect the line together. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to retake my shoulder measurement. This is my shoulder measurement. I have about 7.5. So I'll just make a little curve there, a little dot there, then take this one down. My chest measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. So that's what I just did to get 7.5 inches. So this is where the line is supposed to be, the dot is supposed to be. So after doing that, the next thing you are going to do is to get your bust points divided by 4, your bust measurement circumference rather divided by 4, and still place it on that same line. The next is to connect the lines together. So once you're done doing that, the next thing you are going to do is to get the midpoint of this line. So once you get the midpoint, come out by 0.75 inches. Then make a very nice curve connecting the 3 dots together. So once I'm done doing that, the next thing is to take my bust span measurement. So what I have for my dart is 7 inches. When divided by 2, I have 3.5. So I've gone ahead to mark 3.5 over there. Then I'm going to go ahead and square a line to connect all these points together. So next thing you are going to do is to put your dart leg. So how to do that is to divide your bust measurement by 4, divide your under bust measurement by 4, then whichever you have, get the difference. Okay, so I've done mine. The difference is 1.5 inches, but I'll put the calculation somewhere on the screen so you can see. The difference is 1.5 inches, and I'll be snatching by ½ inch. So I'm using total of 2 inches for this. So, and I'm going to share it unequally between the center front and the side front. So 0.75 is going for the front side, and 2 inches, like the remaining one, is going to this particular side, making a total of 2 inches. Next thing I'm going to do is to connect to the bust point line, or you can come down here by ½ inch in order to eliminate the pointy bust point. Okay, so I'm going to make a very nice curve here. Then also here I'm going to make a very nice curve. So once I'm done with that, the next thing I'm going to do is to extend this. On this particular side, I'm going to use my exact dart measurement. I'm taking ½ inch on this side and 1 inch on this side. Then I'm going to connect the lines together. So once I'm done with that, the next thing I'm going to do is to impute my side dart. So to do that, I'm going to get my bust circumference divided by 4. This is 9 inches, and from that point I'm going to come down by 1 inch or 1.5 inches, depending. The amount of inches to take in depends on the difference between your front half length and the back half length. Mine is 1 inch, but yours can be more than, depending on how busty you are. You can come in here by 1 inch. Okay, we don't want this bust point to be pointy, so that's it. So once we are done with that, the next thing we are going to do is to impute the over bust dart. So you determine how exposed you want your cleavage to be. You can go in by 3 inches to 5 inches. It all depends on you, but mine, I'm using 2.5 inches because why not, if not? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and extend this line. So once I extend it, and I'm going to be tightening my bust by 1.5 inches. So I'm going to take, it's going to be a little bit bigger than one half inch on this side, a little bit bigger than 1.5 half inch. Then on this particular side, I'm going to impute the remaining one. So once that is done, the next thing I'm going to do is to connect to my bust point line. Then on this particular side, I'm also going to do the same thing, connect to my bust point line. So once you're done with that, the next thing I'm going to do now is to impute my measurement. Okay, so this is my bust measurement, it's okay. Then the next measurement I'm going to impute is my waist measurement. My waist measurement is 28 inches, and when divided by 4, you should have like 7 inches, if I'm not mistaken. 7 inches. Then the darts we took out, this is 2 inches, and we're snatching by 1 inch, total of 1 inch for the front. So we added half inch for this part. On the right side, the left side is going to have half inch, then the back is going to have 1 inch total. That's half inch. So I'm going to impute 1.5 inches here. What we have here is 2 inches, and I'm imputing 1.5 inches here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and connect to my chest line. Once you're done with that, the next thing is to make the corset area. So for our corset, we are coming in here by half an inch on this side. It's just a guide to help us, give a very nice curve to our bust area. Then you determine how exposed you want your cleavage to be. You can measure from your neckline down to the area where you want. So I'm going to go with 6.5 inches. I think that's okay. 6.5 inches. Then I'm going to go ahead and connect this line together. Like, it's just going to guide me, nothing much. Then from here, I'm going to make a very nice curve to connect this to this line, and I'm going to make it sit properly. So make sure to blend this line very well, and make sure what you have here is not more than 1.5 inches, okay, so that I can actually sit very well. So now determine how full you want your cup to be. Here I have total of 3 inches. So on this part, you can decide to add 1 inch or 1.5 inch to whatsoever you have here. So I'm adding half inch to it. You can go ahead and add 1 inch. So that's what we have there. So but before we go ahead to make a curve, I would just like to splash this area so I can be able to fold in this dart and get a very nice curve here. So I'm going to fold this part inside in order to give it a very nice curve. So you can use your sellotape and hold it down. So this is what it looks like. You can go ahead and reconnect this line. Okay, this is what we have. So at this point, this is the initial line. So I'm going to go ahead and make a very nice curve here. Okay, just place your curve very well so that there will be a room for your boobs to sit. Okay, so once you're done, take it to the armhole. Then make your curve. So to connect this part, you need to fold your over bust area. Just go ahead and fold your over bust area. Then make a very nice curve over there. Alright, so I went ahead to hold it down with my sellotape, and once I'm done with that, the next thing I'm going to do is to style my cup. So you can go ahead and style however you want. It all depends on you. So I'm going to give it a very nice curve. Okay, so this is the curve we have. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out this particular part. So this becomes the yoke of the dress we are making. So the way it is now, I'm going to hold these parts together in order to get a very nice curve for my bust. I'm going to hold it into two this way. So I'm going to go ahead and take this two because I just want one piece. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is to, label this. This is going this side and this is going to go this side. This is C1 and this is C2. Okay, so once I'm done doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is to detach the two. So this one is going to form the base, then this one is going to form the up. So for the sculpture design, we are going to insert it from here. So I'm going to go get another pattern paper and fix. So to achieve the scissors neckline, you need to get your pattern paper, a fresh one, then get this particular one, the top, then we are going to tape it to it. So we are going to start imputing our shape from here. So you can just use your curve in order to get a very nice stuff. So at this point, you go ahead and determine how long you want it. You can use between 20 to 30 inches depending on how free you want. So I'm kind of taking it up. So once I'm done with that, the next thing I'm going to do is to determine how bold I want it. So you can go ahead and use between 2 inches to 3 inches depending on you. So from here, I'm going to make a very nice curve. Like it should come up here by at least half inch to 1 inch. Just come up here by half inch or 1 inch from here, from this point. Then make a curve. Then connect it. Maybe at the end of the day, I will have to extend this up so that I will have a very reasonable line here. So I'm going to reblend this place to, get rid of this sharp effect here. Just reblend, okay? So this is what we have. I'm going to retrace this line. So once I'm done retracing it, I'm going to go ahead and cut it out and take your measurements. Make sure it's up to 20 to 30 inches. So I went ahead to increase this line so I can have at least 1.5 inches. So after that, I'm going to take this out. So this will serve as the lining. So this is what we have for this particular project. This will rather go inside. Then it's going to be joined to the lining. Okay, so for the back part, without wasting much time, let's draft. So for our back basic bodies, this is what we have, and the half length is 16 inches. It's 1 inch lesser than the front basic bodies. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to impute my chest measurement, my bust measurement divided by 4, which is 9 inches. Then on this part, I'm going to put my waist measurement divided by 4. This is 7 inches. Then I'm going to add 1 inch for the darts. This is 1 inch together. So once I'm done with that, the next thing is to determine how deep I want the back. So it's going to have something like button like 4 inches. Then it's going to have an opening up to 8 inches. 8 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and extend this line, connect it to this point. So once I'm done doing that, I'm going to make a very nice curve. So next thing I'm going to do now is to impute my darts. My darts measures 3.5 inches on both up and down. So I'm going to go ahead and connect. Then I'm using dark leg of half inch on both sides. This is half inch and this is half inch, total of 1 inch. So here I'm going to divide this into 2. This is 4 inches. I'm going to divide it into 2. This is 2 inches and I'm taking it up. Once that is done, I'm going to get like half inch that we are taking out. This is just half inch. So I'm going to take it up so even though it doesn't matter. So we've succeeded in taking half an inch from the back. So next thing is that these ones are going. Determine how wide you want the back of your corset to be. You can decide to open by 2 inches, that is total of 4 inches at the end of the day. Then the back is about half an inch or 1 inch. Then I'm going to go ahead to connect the lines together. So after cutting it out, this is how the back piece looks like.